My very first 24-hour readathon. Rip my heart out, why don't you?
I'm set. 24 hours is such a long time.
Hi, hello, welcome. Let's get cozy and let's talk about books. I know that I look a little rough. I apologize, I am aware, but I do have an explanation. I have a little teeny tiny hip injury and I thought that I need to give myself at least 3 days to be on bed rest so that my hip can get its shit together. I am also the type of person who cannot sit still for 40 minutes to watch an episode of a TV show. So how am I gonna be in bed for 3 days without any sort of activity? However, I suddenly remembered I am a book girly. I can make content out of this. This is an opportunity to sit my ass down for 3 days and just read. So then the brilliant, stunning, amazing idea dawned on me that I can do my very first 24-hour readathon. I know. That's fantabulous. Do I actually think that I can read for 24 uninterrupted hours? No, I don't think I can do that. I've never done it before. I'm not gonna attempt now because I value my sleep. I value my rest, I value my sanity. So I thought that maybe we could stretch the 24-hour readathon throughout 3 days. And that, if my math is correct, means that I should be reading for 8 hours every day. That is doable. That I have done before. I have just not timed myself and filmed it as a challenge, but I think it's totally doable. We can do it. With one little more thing to mention. I'm in the worst reading slump of my life. Yeah, so I've never actually really ever been in a reading slump before. I just finished reading Alchemized, and by just, I mean last week I finished reading Alchemized, and I have not been able to read anything since. I've started 2 Christmas books, but never finished them. And it's not that they were bad, it's just that I could not for the life of me read because nothing will ever compare to Alchemized, right? So that's a teeny tiny problem, but here's the catch. I've selected for myself 3 books in 3 different genres that I have previously loved and genres that have books that I have rated 5 stars, 6 stars before. Genres that I can count on, that I like, and that I will enjoy. This is my book selection. 3 genres, 3 books. Let's see what the Now starting off with the one and only, none other than Mrs. Abby Jimenez herself. I think I'm shooting in the right direction with this one because I have never given an Abby Jimenez book less than 4 stars before, or maybe even 4.25 stars before. So I do love her. I am known to love her books. This is the 2nd book in the Friend Zone series, and book 1 I gave 5 stars. So I'm thinking this I'm gonna love, this I'm gonna be able to read. Her books are really bingeable. I've read her books in a day before, so I think this is a safe bet, right? Abby Jimenez in general is a safe bet. This is book number 1. Then for book number 2, I decided to pick a book in the general fiction genre because I have been loving the genre this year. I have some of my favorite books of all time are in the genre, so I thought maybe this could fill my alchemized hole in my heart, okay? And for this book, I chose Blue Sisters by Coco Mellors. I have this on my November TBR. I also had it on my October TBR. Did not get to it, but I do think I'm gonna love this book. I've been seeing it everywhere. This and also her other book, Cleopatra and Frankenstein. Her covers are absolutely stunning. I haven't heard many things about her books, but this, if I'm not mistaken, is about sisters. I do have a sister, so I am part of the target audience. I think I'm gonna enjoy this. I don't know. I'm just shooting blind here. I really don't know. And then the last book that I've selected is another book from my November TBR that was also on my October TBR and didn't get to it. And this is a fantasy book. Alchemized is a fantasy. The Empyrean series are fantasies. Powerless is fantasy. So I think I'm in the right direction here with Quicksilver by Callie, Hart. Now, book 2 is coming out in November, so I thought I'd give this a chance and see if this is for me, and if it is, I can just jump right into book 2 when it comes out. This is a chunk of a book, but the writing is not that small. I think it's gonna be fine. I hope. We have some art in it. That's so cool. Ooh, she's hot. Oh yeah, I think I'm gonna like this. And people are shitting on this cover, and I do understand it isn't a very special and amazing special edition, but compared to the original cover with the dude, I will take this every single day of the week. So yeah, these are the 3 books that I have selected for this challenge. I don't really know what to start with. I am leaning towards Abby Jimenez just because I know that I love her and her writing, and simply just because I've read her books in under 24 hours before. I don't know. I'm gonna stare at them for a little while and you're gonna see which book I picked to start with. And yes, let this 24-hour challenge begin. I can't believe I'm saying these words. Like, I'm listening to myself and I can't believe my ears. I never thought I'd do one of these myself, but here it is. This is gonna be a very unhinged version of me. So just to prepare for that. Wish me luck, and I'll see you when I pick my first book. It has been 1 hour of reading. I am about 60 pages in. I am hella enjoying this one. I knew my Abby Jimenez would never let me down with one of her books. She just knows how to do it. This book got me giggling. It got me giggling, and I remembered about the characters from book 1, and now I'm emotional. I was emotional from sentence 1. We are following a character from book 1 that I kind of don't want to tell you much about because that would be a major spoiler to book 1, but basically, she was driving one day and she thought she ran over a dog, but don't worry, she hadn't. The dog was safe, but she ended up having to keep the dog and take him to the vet and pay for his treatment. And she really tried to reach out to the owner of the dog, but he wouldn't pick up. So after 2 weeks, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna keep this dog. And she fell in love with the dog. And the owner was a musician who was on a 2-week no Wi-Fi trip to Australia, and when he finally gets signal on his phone, he sees all of the missing calls. He calls the main female character and he's like, what happened? You have my dog. And she's like, no, he's my dog now. And he's like, no, he's my best friend, like, you have to give it back. And that's kind of their meet cute, and that's so cute. I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm a very slow reader. I read about 1 page per minute, but it's going great. I'm loving it. I'm not tabbing it though, because that would take longer and I don't feel like it. So whenever I'm gonna reread this, because let's be honest, I'm probably gonna reread every single Abby Jimenez book out there, I might tab it because this is very tabbable. But so far so good. This is my 1 hour update. 23 to go. Little update, I am almost 2 hours in and I reached page 100 and I just finished chapter 11 and they kissed for the first time. And Abby Jimenez does romance like no other. The way she creates tension and chemistry, and you actually believe that those people like each other and want each other so badly. Like, it's not just lusty, it's like, I don't know how to explain it. It's so good. Like, they kiss and I was like, oh my god. I'm obsessed with her, and I'm obsessed with this book. And also, do you know what else I'm obsessed with? This view. I am obsessed. This is my granny dreams. Now I'm officially a nerd. I'm a nerd with a diploma. I need a sweet treat. Okay, it's the next day and I owe you guys a little bit of an update. You might be thinking, it's the next day, you must be like 8 hours in right now. You probably finished the book, right? Wrong. I had a friend intermission, a friend emergency, and I had to stop last night. I only managed to read for 3 hours and a half yesterday, and I am now halfway through the book, and I'm just gonna have to read more today. As an update for the book, I don't really have more thoughts than I already did. Like, I'm really enjoying the book. I am loving the characters. I am flying through it. I'm really enjoying it. I think it's gonna kick my reading slump in the ass. Hopefully I can finish this one today and start a new book, but I'll keep you guys updated. It's time for an update. I am 270 pages in. I have 100 pages left. I have been reading for 5 hours and a half. I'm just a little bit bored. I do love the writing. I do love the storytelling. I think Abby Jimenez can truly do no wrong. But I'm just a little bit bored, and it's been taking me so long to read this book. When I'm actually reading, I'm pretty fast with it, but I keep wanting to put it down. I'm determined though to finish this one today, and this 24-hour readathon situation is probably gonna take longer than 3 days. I'm gonna tell you right now, because it's already like 7 p.m. on the second day, and I am only 5 hours and a half in. So we have a long way to go. Hopefully tomorrow I really get to lock in, but tonight at least I'm gonna finish this book. I'm definitely gonna finish this book. But yeah, that's my update. Now, before I forget, I just realized that Abby Jimenez's main male characters, most of them are J names. This one is Jason. The friend zone is Josh. Yours truly, Jacob. Just for the summer, Justin. A little observation I made. This is my update. Let's finish this book. Yeah, sure. Rip my heart out. Why don't you? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? I finished this book, got it done in 7 hours, 24 minutes, and 59 seconds. There it is. So I kind of expected 7 hours and a half or 8 hours because this had 370 pages. This checks out. Disregard everything that I said in my T-minus 100 pages. I ate this book up. This book was never going to be under 4 stars anyway. Like, I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed the concept. I enjoyed the writing, the quotes. I just love this woman's writing. I don't know how she does it. I'm actually really upset that I did not tap this book. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and reread the first book again, because the characters from the first book had so many appearances in this, and I felt so like I need to reread that, but also this, so I can tab it. Now that I'm realizing how much I'm actually enjoying her books, I want to read everything she's ever written. Like I will read her grocery list, and I bet you that will be 5 stars. This, for now, is a 4.5 star. The ending, I cried. And I fully blame my reading slump for having a little bit of trouble picking this book up, because in any other period of my life, this would have been like a half a day sort of situation. This was so good. If I were to compare it to any other of her books, I think it was similar to Just for the Summer and Say You'll Remember Me.
both of them together. I am so excited to read book 3 in the series because I just know that she's gonna do the found family justice. I love this. I ate this up. I highly recommend. And right now it's very late and I am not gonna pick up another book tonight. I'm gonna go to bed and I'll see tomorrow what other book I'm gonna pick up. This is gonna take so much longer than I anticipated. 24 hours is such a long time. Who knew? At this rate, we're gonna finish in December. That's my update for now. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, you guys deserve a little bit of an update right now. I am actually filming 2 videos at the same time, decorating for Christmas and the 24-hour readathon. And so, because I had not finished decorating yet and today was the perfect day to do so, I decided to continue filming the video today. But the catch is that while I was decorating, I was listening to an audiobook. And since I'm filming a 24-hour readathon and the hours take forever to pass by, who knew? Time does not fly. I decided to include the book that I was reading for the decorating video in the 24-hour readathon video. That also counts in reading different genres because that was a crime mystery rom-com sort of situation, and I guess I did not tell you what book it was. It was the most wonderful crime of the year, and so I put a pause on a Quicksilver. I did not reach far enough for me to be able to tell you what the book is about, so you're gonna have to wait for a little bit of an update later on that. I am now 11 hours in. I'm not gonna tell you what the book is about or what I thought of the book because that's all going to be in the other vlog, and not only do I want you to watch that vlog, but also I don't want to repeat myself. Now we're going to proceed with Quicksilver. That's my update. At this point, we're not going to talk about how long this 24-hour challenge has been taking me because that's just quite literally embarrassing. It was supposed to be a 3-day thing and we're already past a week. The schedule just went crazy in an unexpected way and here we are. I am currently at 16 hours and 30 minutes and I am now halfway through Quicksilver and I can finally tell you what this book is about. Now, I am struggling to decide what I want to tell you about this book because it's like every other fantasy book where it starts in a way that's deceiving and then there's this big reveal and then you kind of find out what actually goes on and what actually the world is like, but like at the same time I kind of don't want to tell you because that happens after 100 pages. What am I gonna do? Am I gonna spoil the entire 100 pages to you? I don't know. Just know that this is a fantasy where it's like a desert and they don't have a lot of water. The main female character has to steal from the rich basically to be able to sell those things in order to get more water and food and supplies basically, and she's trained and then one day she steals something that's a little bit too big and a little bit too like on the nose and she gets captured, and that's all I'm gonna say about that because that's how the book starts and that doesn't really spoil anything. This book to me feels a lot like it's a collection of tropes and similar popular books all in one. You get a little bit of ACOTAR, you get a little bit of Hunger Games. The magic system is alchemy and it reminds me of Alchemized, and don't even get me started with that. Like nothing will ever compare to Alchemized. Like okay. I don't know if it's because of my reading slump, which is definitely still there and I've definitely not conquered it yet, or if it's the book itself or if it's a combination of the two, but like the world itself and the plot so far, it doesn't really grasp me. But I will say every time this man opens his mouth, I'm sat. My jaw is on the fucking floor because what do you mean? He's something else. My goal is to finish this tomorrow and to finish the challenge tomorrow if possible. Like fingers crossed that's what I really, really wish I could do. 7 hours and a half left. And that's my update for now. I'm gonna see you when I see you. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot believe that I'm saying this, but the 24-hour challenge is finally complete. I never thought I'd really honestly ever say these words because I never really thought that I was capable of getting a challenge like this done. So on one hand, I'm proud of myself. Now, if you ask me how long it's been since I started the 24-hour timer, that's none of your business. It's fine. It was done. I got it done. And honestly, I got it done through a reading slump, which is even more impressive. If it wasn't for this challenge, I probably wouldn't have read anything during this time. So yeah, I finally finished Quicksilver and I thought I'd give you my final thoughts on it. Found it very hard for me to pick it up in the beginning, and I think it's also because I was in the reading slump, but also because I wasn't, like I think I said in the midway update, I wasn't very intrigued by the world. I really liked the relationship and I liked it throughout the whole entire book, but I wasn't very connected to the universe up until the very ending. So it was like all the way through, it kind of felt like a 3.5 star situation for me, and I just didn't want to pick it up. It's also definitely the reading slump as well, so take that with a pinch of salt. As I got through the halfway point, I was like, I cannot be reading for this challenge anymore. Like, this has to stop. So I went ahead and I got the audiobook so that I could get through the biggest chunk of this book on audio while I could do some other stuff. Also, I'm leaving tomorrow to Paris, so I desperately needed to be done tonight. So I got through the end of this book with the audiobook, and then for the last couple of chapters I immersive read it. So like I also listened, but I also physically read it. And then there's also a bonus chapter at the end that wasn't in the audiobook. The ending was so good. The ending alone felt like a 5-star. So like it completely elevated the book from a 3.5 to 4 point something. I enjoyed the book overall because more than anything else, it really gave me major ACOTAR vibes, but in a good way. And I'm really excited for the sequel. I just think overall it was too long of a book. I think it would have been perfect with 100 pages less. I don't know if it was the ideal book for a 24-hour readathon, but I am glad that I've picked this book up and that I gave it a chance, and also that I'm reading it while Brimstone was released, because I've seen the hype re-emerge again and people rereading this one and getting into that one, and I'm very excited that I got into it at the right time. It's also like a very snow-coated book, and this morning it snowed in Amsterdam. I was like, oh my god, I'm reading this book at the perfect time. And with that, we are done with the 24-hour readathon. We have read 2 books in full and then half of the audiobook for the most wonderful crime of the year. Started with the Happy Ever After playlist. I still think about this one. I love this one. Highly recommend. It's still a favorite of mine, even after a million years, by the time I finished the readathon. Then we got into the most wonderful crime of the year, and I do highly encourage you to watch the Christmas video where I read the book and I speak about the book. And then we finished with Quicksilver. We all know what I thought about this one. I've been speaking about it non-stop. With that being said, the 24-hour reading challenge is complete. This video is complete. I hope you guys enjoyed. This was chaos for me. I hope I can edit it into a concise storyline, because to me it just felt like an eternity of just chaos. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you next week for, I think next week it's gonna be the reading wrap up and December TBR. I'm so excited to see what I pick out for next month, so definitely be sure to stick around for that. I hope the book that you're reading is the best book you've ever read, a 5-star floppy amazing book. And without further ado, I'll leave you to reading.